Charlie Graham. Someone is rushing Charlie toward help. That person is about to become part of the tragedy. Charlie has eaten cake made with nuts, and the reaction is closing her throat. Peter drives for the hospital while she leans out the window, fighting for air. Then, an animal in the road. Peter swerves. 1 second. But here's the truth. One swerve is all it takes. Then the pole. Charlie's head is gone. Peter drives home, and he never looks back. She makes no reckless choice. She's trying to breathe. Damn, you never see it coming. One normal drive destroys the whole family. The next morning, Annie finds her body in the back seat. A horrific discovery. The next child sees the danger perfectly. He's looking right at it, and it's smiling back. Georgie Denbrough. Georgie is looking for a paper boat, that's all, and it's the last thing he'll ever chase. Bill made it, and when it slips into the rain, Georgie chases it to a storm drain. Then something in the dark smiles back. Pennywise talks to him like a friend.
Do you want it back?
Oh my god, you know he should not reach for that boat. Most people miss this. Georgie is never lured deeper.
Take it, Georgie.
Pennywise stays in the drain and lets the boy come to him. When Georgie reaches for the boat, the clown bites off his arm and drags him under. One bite, sudden, far beyond anything a child could understand. He's trusting a stranger who knows he's won. Yet trust is a weapon. The next victim's loyalty takes years to build and dies in a single afternoon. Sam. In an abandoned New York, Neville has almost no one left. Sam is the one thing keeping him company. When infected dogs attack, Sam is bitten defending him. Neville carries her home and injects the serum he's been developing, holding her, singing to her. For a moment, he wants to believe it might work. Here's the detail that changes everything. The cure does not save her. Sam begins to turn, snarling now. So Neville kills the one thing the cure cannot save. Man, his hands tell you he is already breaking. Neville doesn't lose a dog. He loses the living thing that remembers who he used to be. But loss doesn't need years of loyalty. Sometimes it needs a child, a kite, and a road. Gage Creed. Lewis sees the truck first that morning. His son never sees it coming at all. The family picnic breaks. Gage chases his kite toward the road as the tanker comes. For a moment, it looks like Louis might reach him in time. Too late. A kite, a road, then the silence. Oof, that silence hits harder than the impact ever could. This time, distance doesn't care how much you love someone. No impact shown, only the aftermath. A tiny shoe in the road and Louis on his knees. Gage makes no dangerous choice. His father can't cross the distance. One more second might have changed everything for both of them. This next victim doesn't lose to bad luck. She loses at the instant she's sure she's won. Christine Brown. Christine believes the curse is finally gone. She's wrong, and the mistake is already sealed. She's spent the film clawing her way out, begging for help, sitting through a seance, learning the curse can be passed on. Then, on the train platform, Clay gives her the envelope he found. The cursed button is still inside. She buried the wrong one. Ugh, you can feel how close she came. The ground splits. Fiery hands close around her. No escape. Over. Christine doesn't lose because she gives up on anything. She loses in the middle of her victory lap, punished for one unnoticed switch after doing almost everything right. The next death isn't a mistake. He walks toward it to save everyone behind him. Sanghua. Sanghua spends the outbreak protecting strangers. That instinct is about to cost him everything. His pregnant wife is with him, but his instinct reaches past family. He braces the door, becoming the wall between them and the dead. Then he's bitten, and keeps going anyway, while the infected slam the glass. His wife and the others are getting away, but the truth is, holding the door was never going to save him. In his last moment, he tells Seokwu the name he wants to give his unborn daughter. Then he lets go. So it ends there. The man who shields the train never meets the child he named. Honestly, this is the one that stays with you. The next victim refuses to go quietly, but even the exit is about to betray her. Tatum Riley. Tatum doesn't wait around to be killed. She fights back and it still isn't enough. Cornered in the garage, she throws bottles, swings whatever she can reach, and staggers Ghostface. Then she spots a way out, the pet door built into the garage door. She climbs through, gets stuck, and the garage door begins to rise. So close, but too late. Damn, she fights harder than people who actually survive. Ghostface hits the switch, lifting her straight toward the ceiling instead. She doesn't freeze. There's no time to run. She doesn't beg. Not once. She finds the exit, but the exit becomes the weapon. Tatum never sees the trick coming. The next father can't wait 1 second longer. Billy Drayton and 3 others. 4 bullets, 5 people trapped in a vehicle, out of fuel, and out of time. David, Billy, and 3 other people made it out of the supermarket. The vehicle is out of fuel. The mist presses in. No road forward. Only 4 bullets left. David shoots the passengers. Billy is among them, his son. Then he steps out, ready to be taken. Except this isn't over yet, not for David. And then engines. The mist thins. Military vehicles emerge. Rescue. They were seconds away, and David has done what can't be undone. Man, that rescue arrives 1 breath too late. You realize now he doesn't get to die. He must live with this. The creatures don't destroy David's family. Despair does. David's instincts destroy his family. The next victim's instincts have kept him alive, until they don't. Dewey Riley. Dewey has survived Ghostface before more than once. This time, survival isn't part of the deal. When a killer appears, he fights back, drops Ghostface, and clears the room. For a moment, it's over. Then he remembers his own rule, always make sure the killer is dead. So he turns back to check. That's when his phone rings, Gail's name on the screen. A distraction. And here's the cruel part, the killer he shot was never dead. 1 glance is all it takes to end him. Ghostface rises, then the knives find him from both sides. Damn, Ghostface actually calls it an honor.
It's an honor.
You watch him survive 4 films, then die by his own rule. But Dewey chooses to turn around. The next victim runs toward a crowd that will never save her. Helen Shivers. Helen spends the whole night outrunning the fishermen, surviving attack after attack, but it happens anyway. Safety is closer than she thinks. She reaches the 4th of July parade, hundreds of people. Oh my god, you actually think she's going to make it. The crowd offers what the dark never did, safety. But the crowd was never going to save her. Then she slips into an alley beside the parade and the protection vanishes with her. The fisherman catches up. She fights one last time, crowd ahead. But his hook finds her. The crowd celebrates yards away. She reaches safety and dies 1 wall from 1,000 witnesses. Helen runs out of road. The next fighter runs out of something crueler, time. Kate Schmidt. Kate is fighting for her life inside the supermarket, and for a moment, the plan is working. Victory feels close. Then the skull mask killer overpowers her beside the bread slicer. She struggles. The blades keep turning. Her friends are too far away to reach her. Damn, they are so close and Kate will pay for it. Which means this victory always had a price attached. Her screams echo through the store. Kate doesn't die after the fight is lost. She dies while it's still being won. Moments later, the others temporarily stop the killers. Kate doesn't run out of courage. The clock runs out first. Yet Kate loses her rescue by accident. The next father gives up survival on purpose. Lee Abbott. Lee spends the entire film keeping his family alive. 1 rule has kept them breathing. A single sound means death. Now his children are trapped inside the truck, a creature closing in on them. He looks at Reagan one last time and signs the only thing that matters. He has always loved her, so silence was never going to be enough to save them. Lee steps out and screams. The creature turns toward the sound instead of the truck. His children slip away, safe. There's nowhere left to run now. The creature kills him where he stands. You can feel the whole film land in that single scream. Man, that scream hurts because it actually saves them. Lee breaks the silence so his children can keep living.